Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Now the other day I was down the art/kids aisle. Unfortunately it's like a combined mini space. There's not much of either, a little bit of something, a little bit of nothing. And I saw these. I thought, oh, they look good. Is there anything I can do with them? Now, they're a variant. Some people, any of you who grew up in the 90s would remember, or like late 80s, early 90s, definitely 90s, Blowpens, which is pretty much similar to this. You just blow the pen and it'll create like a spray paint style effect. So I thought, oh, perhaps we could do something with those. And these ones were called chameleon variants. They're meant to do some transition of colour really well. So doing what you normally do with, well, what a vast majority of us normally do this sort of thing, is I got the pens out and I was like, okay, let's see how they blend. So I did some of this, then I did some of this, because they eat through the paper. They don't blend. So I was like, okay, they're a bit bum. Perhaps they're good from the blow standpoint. So I loaded one up and gave it a blow. Not too bad. So okay, I can use them for that. You know, when you've still got a question in your head, it's like, well, what's chameleon about these? So then I went and did what a portion of us would do to begin with and a portion of us would only do after doing what I did. I read the instructions. Now, you twist them until the nibs touch and you hold them there for a few seconds. And then when you let them not touch anymore, it's meant to soak up some of the colour. But it doesn't. It just has paper stuck to the end. That one hasn't either. Now, I tried again. So, okay, let's try a different one. These ones are quite different. So I really made them touch, and I really stared at that bit in the middle. Now, bearing in mind, this is meant to be for kids. I'm holding these as tight as I can, twisting them right in with one another. Now, that's just about soaked up a little colour. And it's sort of done a bit of transition, but you also have a really mucky nib, so you have to scribble it out to clean it off. I was like, okay. We're not going to bother with the chameleon aspect. It clearly doesn't work. Like some of these colours, green and pink, I can get to, you know, brown and flesh, or like burnt sienna and flesh. The blues, the red and the yellow, she'll get all like the, it's sort of burgundy and the yellow. Again, some of these I can see crossing over. These two I don't see crossing over. Let's have a look. I think the green will soak up the red, but the red won't soak up the green. Maybe. See, that hasn't took any green away from it. Has the green took any pink away from it? Oh, it's pink, and then it's, turns out it's not green, it's actually brown. Or is it green? Let's keep going. Well, it's going to give us an interesting effect, I guess. But again, you can't, you know you've got cheap pens on your hand. And cheap paper. This is only cheap paper to work off of when it starts to eat the paper. So was like, okay, we'll just focus on experimenting with the blow pen aspect and seeing what we can do with that, because that does have a nice effect. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play with the blow pen aspect of it. So we'll do a couple of little experiments. I want to see if we can get a fire-like result. So let's try that first. Over here. Now, I'll tell you one thing that is going to happen is you're going to go lightheaded quite quick. You have to blow really hard on these. Okay. Well, it's a bit of a crackling sort of fire. Let's get some firewood on our fire. See, again, it's not the paper, because the markers aren't eating through the paper. It's the pens. The pens are eating through the paper. Okay, so we can get a sort of firework style firework. That could work. A campfire style. Let's pop a marshmallow on there to be toasting. Yeah, we can get a campfire style kind of effect. That's not too bad. How could we go with a sky? Can we get a nice sky? I reckon we got some potentials. It's going to take a lot of puff. We're sort of getting a bit of a scene there, so I reckon, let's see if we can turn this into a bit of a forest. Let's try. Alright, well, there's things we can do with this. That's actually quite a nice picture. Quite a nice little simple picture. I reckon we could make a half decent picture out of these. I might go and get a little canvas and see what we can do. Because that's not bad. And I've also noticed if you get really close and blow really hard, you get that sort of, you know, those old trees, you'd have done them at school, like you make a nice background and you drop a blob of ink and then you use a straw to blow. That might be an idea. I thought these were potentially going to be a bit of a washout. I wonder just what we could do if we actually put some thought into it. Let's just have a look down here if we can get a firework-esque kind of thing going on. Oh, I don't know about fireworks. I guess from up there they look a bit fireworks. From down here they don't look like fireworks. Then I guess they're completely out of context. They've got nothing suggesting that they're fireworks, just blows of colour. I don't think we've got enough variant to be getting a face. there's potential for something. I think we'd have to mask out bits that we wanted white, like eyes and such. And it's definitely going to be reliant on putting a bit of detail in. Though I think the two have got... they're a good marriage, I think. Blowpens and the markers. This would make for a good game. It's like, can you guess what it is before I put the marker down? Yeah, not the finest example. I think if you chose the right animal, that is far from the right animal, or even potentially the right shape for the animal it's meant to be. Well, we know landscapes work. Fire, to a degree, works. For character style drawing, you can make it work. It definitely has a look about it. I think maybe if we pick the right animal, try one more animal just to give it a fair go. It's got potential. We know we get this when moving it, keeping it in one place. That's pretty cool. Oh, we could make some good underwater scene with that. Let's see what happens if we blow and shoot. So that was blowing it up that way, that was blowing it down that way. They're not very different. Well, there's no blowing light because nothing comes out. From quite far back. What happens if we're out and we move in? It's not bad. What if we start in and move out? I run out of puff. And I don't think any other pens are going to fit in there. Let's just have a look. I think it's made specifically for those. We can't wedge anything else in there. Oh, but you can hold it there. Hello. Options. Right, we'll save that experiment for another day. Let's finish on creating a picture somehow. So I am going to stop talking and speed this up, and we'll see what we get. Well, there we go. I'm all puffed out. We have a picture. It looks pretty cool from up there. It looks alright from down here. So we'll call it there. I am going to get my breath back, sit down, de-lighthead myself, clean the tabletop because there's a nice outline where the paper was. Have a cup of tea. So, yeah, cheap knockoff variants. In fact, these cost more than the Blowpen pack did, but you did get more pens in here. So, a variant of Blowpens. Can you do something cool with them? Yeah, you can. Will you run out of breath? Yeah, you will. Are they worth playing with? If you got a lot of puff, yes. If you're sitting down, yes, because I'm currently standing. That might have made it a little bit easier on the old lungs. Yeah. Let me know if you give them a go. And if you had any success, if you found a better technique for using them. I think some of my doodles came out better than the final piece, like this. I really like this. I could even take that out of there. It's nice, simple. And same for this. Nice little simple scene. Even the lady. We could do some caricatures next time. And yeah, as a whole big piece, that's not bad. So, like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.